Hello, darlings. Welcome back for another episode of Look What Meg Found. Today, let's talk about throwing off all of the responsibilities of being an adult. Let's talk about taking a little time to do something for you. And the reason I say that is because as adults, we wind up getting sucked into the daily grind, work, kids, relationships, general adulting, which is not easy nor is it fun. But one of the things that we forget to do is to find things to do for ourselves. Something fun, something relaxing, something that at the end of the day, at least in my case, produces something pretty. I'm not good at sitting and doing nothing. I have to have something to do. So I have a solution for you. Now, this solution is one that you're going to go, yeah, you showed us coloring books. We all get it. You like to color. But how about this coloring book comes with a completely supportive community, a no drama, a relax, unwind. Let us help you unwind. Let us support you in shrugging off the mantle of responsibility, even if it's just for 5 minutes. And let's go color with Kristi. I adore this coloring book. This is her first release, and I am stalking her to see when the next one's coming out because I love this. This is the Day of the Dead coloring book for adults. I love it. It's sugar skulls, it's calavera ladies, it's floral patterns, and there's a lot of attention to detail of things that we as adults coloring don't know that we want, but Kristi knows that we want. The way this book is designed, and you're going to go, it's a coloring book. I'm going to go, no, it's not. It's a work of art. It's designed so that the pages stay open. So when you're coloring, you're not constantly fighting with this, trying to flip back over the top. Huge win, because most time I sit with a clipboard in my lap and my coloring book on it, coloring in my lap, because, hey, I refuse to put any more furniture in my living room so that I can sit in there and color. So I just color in my lap. This is one of the pictures that's in there. I love the attention to detail, the staying with the traditions of the sugar skulls. You'll notice this page is blank. For me, that is a huge selling point on books, on coloring books, adult coloring books, is whether or not the back of the page is blank. Because 9 times out of 10, when I'm done with the coloring books, I disassemble them and use them as artwork. Why? Because I can't draw, but I can color. There's floral patterns that get a little more in-depth into the traditional adult coloring book where there's a lot of detail to color in, lots of things to really focus on, but not all of them are this detailed. I like the variety. I like the different types of pictures, the different levels of complexity, because sometimes you just want to sit down and color something that's fun and doesn't necessarily require that you really focus to make sure that you're getting all of the fine details. Sometimes you do want that. So in this book, you have both. You have the ones that you can kind of mindlessly color along on, and then you have ones that require that you really focus. Both of those serve a purpose. Mindless allows you to kind of disconnect from the real world and let your brain run on autopilot in the background while you color a picture. The really detailed ones give you the opportunity to focus your brain on something so that it's not running a mile a minute and gives you a chance to give your brain a break from what's going on around you. So on those days that you're highly stressed, you cannot seem to catch a break. Everything seems like it's going sideways and your brain is racing. Pick one of the more complex pictures in here, one like this, and start coloring. Because the attention to detail that it will take will cause you to shut off the part of your brain that is spinning, because you have to pay attention to what you're doing. So from a mental health standpoint, these are phenomenal. From an adult who does entirely too much adulting and not enough playing, these are phenomenal. And from a lover of sugar skulls and the traditions there, and just the color and the vibrancy of all of that, I love these. This book covers so much in between these little pages. These are all original designs. I love this book. I cannot sit here and tell you all the ways that I love this book. The pages are thick enough that unless you really, really bear down with pens or markers, you can use pens and markers without having to remove your page first. And that's another thing that I like, because I don't like to take my books apart until I'm done with them. But I also don't like bleed through. So I usually wind up with like a manila envelope in between my pages so that it doesn't bleed ink through. And I don't have to with this. So all of Kristi's links, all of her social media are in the description box down below. Take the time to join the Facebook group Color with Kristi. Join that group because it is a phenomenal break from the world. It's a chance to color, hang out with people who know that life gets in the way, but sometimes we have to take a step back. You also get sneak peeks at upcoming books. Kristi does a Color with Kristi live at 7 p.m. Eastern pretty much every Wednesday night. So you can grab your coloring books and your pencils or markers or whatever it is that is making you happy today to color with and go just unplug for a little while. Have a chit chat. It really does feel like just sitting down with a friend, grabbing a cup of coffee and breaking out the colored pencils and coloring just like we were kids again. It's fabulous. So go check her out. I highly recommend you join the group. Go get the coloring book. And if you're like me and have kids, get two, because it's going to wind up going missing because that is in hiding. My coloring book, this one right here, it's in hiding because the moment my 12-year-old realizes that the review is done, she's going to try to kidnap it and make it hers. And this one's mine. So I will see you guys back here for another one. Go get yourself a coloring book and do some coloring because it's just fun. Bye, darlings.